The black people did the same thing. The black people burned all the evidence, all the damning evidence on them. Like I said, there's all kinds of film and stuff like that where the black people were laughing, where the black people were showing the world how they had tortured and killed every single person on the planet. And like I said, the Japanese had built all the stuff for them and built everything. The Japanese had built this whole empire and everything else like that. And the black people had basically come in and then tortured everyone and killed everyone and laughed at pretty much everyone. Anyway, though, the Chinese and Japanese would band together and go deep underground. And so those files and the information on everything that they had built were going to just hurt a lot of people. So I ordered them to burn everything. I said, burn everything, burn all the records, all the information you have on what has been built and where it's been built. Let them find it on their own, basically. Because I knew that Mr. Black or Mr. Brown was going to go after them, so I hit the panic button. And I was like, emergency. It was with my whole group, everyone was all set up. So if anything bad ever started happening, it was basically like emergency. And basically all files and all records of anything that had been built and where it had been built, gone. Just burn it all. I said, make sure it's all gone. So they don't know where anything is. And if they don't know where anything is, they can't find it. So they burned all the photographs, all the documents, all the records. They might keep some stuff, just little keepsakes or something like that. But basically, the locations of all the different mines and all the different places would be gone forever. Like whoever came after would have to find it on their own. So, and then they could go hide, hopefully. So I know where it was because, like I say, somebody was going to exterminate them. Somebody was going to kill them all. So, hit the panic button basically, and as soon as I had an inkling of what was going to happen or what was going on, I basically said emergency, and it was clear that somebody was hunting down everyone. So everyone basically went to ground and hid, and then they would have to dig them out on their own. So, like I said, JFK or Mr. Brown, Mr. Black, they were going after everyone. The Germans, the Jews, the Irish, the Scottish, everyone. They're just going one by one, basically. And my system was set up, my people were set up so, in case of emergency, you burn the locations of everything. It's kind of sad because I would have liked to have kept the films and everything of all the stuff. But, and the black people and Mr. Brown, Mr. Black, they weren't keeping any records anyway, So, all's fair. So, anyway, so the Japanese and Chinese, they burned all the evidence of where everything was. Other people would use my words against me and use their words against them. It wasn't really burning evidence, it was burning locations of mines and mine shafts and bunkers. So the Japanese would know what they built, just like the Germans. They would know what they built and where they built it, but people wouldn't. So they couldn't go and request because they were just requesting information, and the Japanese were giving it to them, and then they were going and killing those people. So, emergency, and just, it'd only be up there in their head. So anyway, like I said, I'm Lucifer Star, and Anton was very much my enemy. So anyway, he's a crazy ass black person that wanted to kill everyone and laugh about it. Anyway, it's gonna leave me on a dead world, on a dead planet. Kill all my friends and all the people I ever cared about or loved. Kill everyone. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, though, we figured out there was black people for sure. So, and besides, they were a warrior tribe in the past, so it's kind of like the way they were, rape and kill. So, and they'd done it for like 500 years or something like that. So I was like, well, only I know what I paid for and what I did. So, anyway, whatever. Anyway, so it wasn't the Japanese, it wasn't the Germans, it wasn't the Irish, it wasn't the Scottish, it wasn't the Australians, more than the black people. The black people it was, but not the... it's funny, like I say, the people that were pretending like, oh, we were exterminated, it's like, no, you were the ones doing the extermination. It was the black people, the brown people. It's Mr. Brown, Mr. Black, and Papa, all them, so... they're just going around killing people, one group after another. Cleaning out towns and stuff with a couple of Yanks. So maybe some Filipinos. So anyway, I said they had planned to split it up, but then, of course the black people would turn tail and shoot everyone else in the back. So, kind of, over about 100 years or 50 years it came out what they were doing. So anyway, and they were trying to make it look like it was the Japanese or the Germans or the what's called the Irish or the Scottish, and it wasn't. It was the blacks and the Yanks. So anyway, so I told the Japanese to burn everything. Like I said, that symbol with it was the one city and then the roads going out. That's how we used to do it in the old days. That was all my stuff. So, there's a lot of bunkers and a lot of stuff built back then. So I was like, burn it all. Burn all the evidence. So burn all the information of where everything is, where all the mines are, because they're going to come after us. So, because they're going to come after everyone one by one. Anyway, so, and then they tried to just carpet bomb everyone. But if you know where a mine is or where a bunker is, you can get to it. But if you don't know where it is, well, the world's a big place. So the Japanese who had built so much stuff had just tossed it all in the fire, made sure it was all gone and burned, and gone forever. And then they would have to search inch by inch, and they'd be at a serious disadvantage. They couldn't just go to a book and be like, oh yeah, mine number 3, yeah, okay, go clean out that mine, kill them all. Because that's what they were doing. So anyway, so they burned all the locations of everything. I think the Germans were hit and killed, and then the Japanese realized what was going on, so they burned all their locations for everything, because they built a lot of stuff with the Germans and the Irish and stuff. So anyway, the black people were just going place to place, looking at records, with JFK and the Yanks and everyone. So I'm just gonna go down the list until everyone was gone. It wouldn't take that long to kill everyone on the earth, really. A couple years, maybe a lifetime. You'd probably kill most of the life on Earth, or just one button push. And that's exactly what they're doing. So, but my mines were 3,000, 7,000 feet underground. Oh, and some of them do cities down there. And they can just use stream water to get air. Like I said, we had the water to air system down there in some of those mines, so you don't even know they're down there. Completely self-contained city. With nuclear power plant and water supply. It has it all, and it makes its own air, so it doesn't even need an outside vent. You just sit underground. So, and that's the way it was, and you could use filter and everything, and basically you'd be down there, making your own air supply. It could be like death on the surface, and you'd be fine down there. We had the technology. So, and I built some cities where they're basically like submarines down there, and so they'd weather the storm. So anyway, so the Japanese and the Germans, they all knew where all this stuff was, so they locked it all off, and they would hide down there till the worst blew over, and maybe they could pop up. So anyway, later on, Papa would go down there and try and kill everyone else off or something like that. So, and then we dug him out. So anyway, I think mostly, but he went around. He had to search the hard way, So. Like that thing, there's stuff underneath it. Like all these things, there's bunkers underneath all of it. Bunkers everywhere, basically. I built squares, and when I built a square, I built a bunker, because usually we're mining under there. So it's how, when you're done with the mine, you just built a thing on top. Like a thing covered up. And then there's a huge mine under there anyway. So sometimes it's like, why not go down there and put some stuff. And we did. So there's all this stuff underground, and then, Mr. Black and Mr. Brown will start going down there and cleaning everyone out and killing everyone. So then, we just, they were just going to the records office and getting the information and going and killing them. So we just burned all the information.